what do we have here? A demon lord realizing, oh no, the dragon's awake. Really showing off her powerful stature. But of course actually warning about the great tea party that's going on. A collaboration between demon lords, one that seeks to completely annihilate the Tempest Federation. Of course, things might not go according to plan. We'll have to find out. The ever-present danger. Another battle approaching. This one probably going to be more difficult than the one that the Kingdom of Falmouth presented. So now we have to intervene with another Demon Lord's plans of ascension. What do the history books say about all of the others that have attempted and maybe even succeeded? With the likes of Veldora being locked away, do the places like, the Holy Church or any other secret organization up there have means of taking on the Demon Lords should they step out of line too much? And we do want to see many more of the characters actually getting a time to shine, doing something that would actually relate them to being Rimuru's top servants, worthy of the power that bestowed upon them. And I just want to see some cool animation. And the mood has turned sour. It's actually kind of admirable that they're staying completely separate from the talks of what's going on. Well, yes, it is a lot higher than Pi. It's a lot higher. Well, it seems quite high, but if everyone has played XCOM, 95% is a guaranteed miss. Rather than quiet confidence, it's, I actually get to partake. So that was my question at the last one, wasn't it? Is there massive teleport magic? But so all he has to do is protect everyone with a barrier. Send them all. Does he have enough magicules? So he just needs to rely on Raphael. So now a perfect spell to be used in the moment, and the barrier, and a magic cost reduction. This is too strong. And they're like, okay. The fact that... I was about to say, the fact that he came up with it in a moment is surprising. But also, no one's actually that flawed by the declaration that he's just come up with a new form of magic. Well, he's a greatly improved one. That probably won't be necessary. And the fact that your homeland is on the line, you don't have the luxury of doubting him. And a plan has been realised. Veldora still just completely blazing through all that manga. What if he... I was going to say, crash the party, but also while Clayman's away, destroy his castle. Oh yeah, that would break the pact. But you might also not... You can just claim ignorance. I didn't know about this non-aggression thing. Is she just waiting for the next spoonful as well? You know, it's having someone like Diablo who is so refined at all times. And the fact that all the others are seemingly able to keep up with a archdemon or whatever he was. A lot of things are dangerous, but that hasn't stopped rumor in the past. So she must be another reason as to why she's working alongside them. I have a feeling that it's got something to do with like millions past, or like they've made a promise, oh, we can revive your little dragon pet father thing. Congratulations, as to be expected of the great Lady Ramirez. And being a demon lord, they can't really deny him that opportunity. Mm-hmm. Think of the damage you'll cause if you don't take her. Well, at least Ranga gets some time as well. You probably want to leave Veldora as a, surprise in case anyone tries to do anything. Something only the bestest of friends would be able to do. He'll be relying on the great Veldora. I was thinking, when did she start calling Veldora Master? Was that mentioned before? It's also kind of funny to see Ramaris on her knees, sulking in defeat, while also still floating in the air. So, the likelihood of them behaving themselves now has just dropped. You see, Rimuru's already thought about this. He's 5 steps ahead. But then again, Shion and whatnot haven't even started playing. In their devotion to Rimuru, yes. So, at any time, summon a dragon. I actually can't really fault him for that, yeah. The last minute appearance to save the day. The Dryads will step up to the task, will they? I mean, they've been fawning over her for so long. I mean, is there a reason why they're so attached to her? Other than, I don't know, some kind of... what, they think she's cute or some weird, motherly instincts? And everyone else will maintain life here in the city for the time being. I hadn't forgotten about him. You can figure out something to do at a later date. I mean, the hero summoning still has to be stopped. And if we have previous fights to go by, yeah, punished with ruthless efficiency. Mercilessly. Some of the lower in command are, not exactly happy with their orders. And who are these? The thing is, are they in any position to start doubting the actions of a demon lord? Even if it's apparently a beloved Milim. Are you trying to give him an aneurysm? Looks like it's working. And what does he have to do here? Put on those customer service smiles. And they'll somehow have to make do with what they've got left for the rest of the year. He has quite a bit of an attitude, but they can't do anything about it. It looks like that. Well, yeah, he knows how to handle himself in front of those in command. Allies, even if it is against your best judgment. I was about to say he's about to overstep his bounds there. Good thing he only lost his arm. I mean, of course he is the... He just saved him there. I mean, he's been doing this for a while, it seems. Being able to maintain composure. And if no one of them is held accountable for actions like this, where they just lash out at pretty much anyone, then that kind of action is not going to change at all. Just give him back his arm. He can just reattach it. Any loss of feeling? Numbness in the extremities? Oh, there, it's back. So we just have to separate him from his sword. I hope that there's no one listening into this conversation. And someone's going to have to repair that pillar. And considering William doesn't really have a territory or anything, at least what we were kind of told, there are still people in reverence to her. Like a big open field. I don't actually know what they meant by that. That is actually a good idea. Bring in your army. Evacuate the citizenship. You're about to be attacked. Get out. When things have calmed down, we'll repatriate you into your original towns, if they remain. So now if... He's been working all night. He has a limitless supply of magic. So yeah, even if Clement's army now ignores Rimuru and his attempts to fight back and goes straight for the villagers, there's nothing to gain. And they're actually setting up a fighting force. a combined Gopta. He's leading an entire detachment for himself. We haven't really been shown any of the ogres in the village, but we knew more than just that lot so far. Ooh, that was a bit dodgy. Escaped before. Green numbers, yellow numbers. There's the new uniforms. Hey, Gobzo. Okay, everyone. Hope they don't suffer travel sickness from this. Sometimes you don't need to say much more than that. Just, I agree with everything that's been said. You know what needs to be done. Yeah. I mean, he could probably come up with a more flowery metaphor, but it works. You know, some of them are fighting for their homeland. Some are just fighting for the for the will of Rimuru. Who really has the stronger devotion? I hope it worked. I know it's been transported somewhere random. The fact that Rimuru has to entrust this to them all, because he has to be somewhere else. The kind of right-hand men and women of the other demon lords that we've seen so far don't really stand a chance against some of our beloved characters. So, what about the ones for Clayman? Are they going to be unnaturally stronger? And hopefully without any sort of weakening debuffs and tricks. And are we going to see Dragon Form Veldora impose that grand figure? Be one hell of a sight to rock up. Each of those specific units, hand-picked, trained in a specific art form of warfare, and, well, everyone except the ones led by Gobta should do just fine. It is kind of funny that the entire mounted cavalry division is Goblin Wolf Riders. Is there really anything to be too surprised at? Demon Lords wanting power, wanting to ascend into a true Demon Lord. Yeah, not everyone is going to wait around for a sufficient amount of souls to just, walk up to them. Especially with some Demon Lords we've seen so far having grand ambitions and less than ideal personalities, which also then breeds less than charming subordinates. The Great Sage and, Raphael has been such an amazing help throughout all of this. Where would Rimuru be without them? Probably a lot further behind, if not already demised. And if it wasn't for the extensive magic cost in transport and barriers and whatnot, I'm sure someone would have easily figured out what if we combine them. What other combination magic out there can be used to, well, essentially just enhance everyday life, or create something truly terrifying? I mean, Rimru's already brought people back from the dead, so what's a instant summoning of an entire army out of nowhere across vast distances? But don't worry, an amazing fighting force that can appear in an instant. That's nothing to worry about, because Tempest Federation is entirely peaceful. To a point. But I do believe that last-minute entrance of the hero, the protagonist of the story, Veldora, is going to be used and useful. I don't know in which context or when, but remember, he's there at a drop of a hat. And I hope that the army that has gorged itself on the warehouse of food, well, that being the only thing that they are going to take from the region. Even if Milim doesn't particularly have ownership of anywhere or anything in particular, it's still stepping over some boundaries there. There's not going to be many people who can just let it go. Even if they are allies. But now the army is on its move, Rimru is going to attend that meeting, hopefully with some good snacks and drinks and a selection of delicacies. We should see some action. And with his handy secretary there to defend his honour as well. It's going to be entirely smooth. If you enjoyed this episode, let me know. Leave a like and a comment down below. Subscribe for more. Join my Discord if you feel so fit. Get some rest, though. You're going to need to see the next one. If you want to join the fighting force that keeps the city that is my channel safe, consider joining onto my Patreon, because much like teleporting, watching anime on the internet doesn't require that much physical labour. So, to Electric Ant, Arthea, Noku, Raywin, Shiwan, Mecha, Matt, Stinsfire, Jennifer Rojas, Girly, Kite, Saltytron, Cardboard, Dark Shadow 7899 and everyone else, be prepared, because where we're going, I don't think even barriers will help us.